Well, for those of you that are tuned in, we appreciate you tuning in here to the 2017 Neosho Holiday Classic. We had to change sites here as we were down at the media table. We moved up to the top, still got it back on. So once again, do appreciate those of you for stopping and checking with us here, making sure that we're getting all this thing done. So once again, we're going to have the game starting in right about 5 minutes. So as soon as we get the starting lineups and everything else like that, we will get this game underway. But once again, this game will pit the Lafayette High School Fighting Irish against the Mitchell High School Tigers out of Memphis, Tennessee. So Memphis Mitchell versus St. Joseph Lafayette High School. And we will have this action coming to you very, very shortly. We do appreciate each and every one of you for helping us, as well as all the people from Branco for helping us put this on the air. But once again, just a couple of minutes before we get this game started, and we will have the action of this first semifinal game coming up right after this. And once again, a little bit later, we will have Cypress Falls taking on, I believe they will take, I think they're playing Maumelle. I have it in my box here. Yep, they are going to be taking on North Little Rock. So once again, North Little Rock and Cypress Falls coming up to you right after this. But once again, as soon as we get our starting lineups, we'll be right back with you. And we'll just keep the camera here on the guys warming up. And then remember, tomorrow we will have the girls' championship game as well as the boys' championship game. And those will also be on Fox Sports Joplin 101.3 FM and 1560 WMBH. We will have those tomorrow as well. So those will be coming up on the radio after the Missouri Southern basketball game concludes, but the entirety of those games will be right here on the Fox Sports Joplin YouTube page. The same place that you're watching this, you can find that tomorrow. Both of those games will be on there. Again, the girls game and the boys game. So once again, still waiting for our starting lineup. So we're about to get this game underway right here from Neosho, Missouri. This is the 63rd annual Neosho Holiday Classic. Well, folks, welcome out here to the 63rd Annual Neosho Holiday Classic from Neosho, Missouri on the campus of Neosho High School. We're about to get this game between the Lafayette out of Missouri, and from now on this will be just referred to as Lafayette High School, and Mitchell out of Memphis, Tennessee, and from now on they will be referred to just as Mitchell High School. So Memphis Mitchell taking on St. Joseph Lafayette here today. The Lafayette High School Fighting Irish. Their starting lineup will be number 1, Diego Bernard. Number 3, Dakari Gray. Number 5, Trey Washington. Number 10, Ike Book. And number 22, Tyson Koch. And for Memphis Mitchell, their starting lineup will be number 0, Joseph Giles. Number 1, Michael Rice. Number 2, Devontae Logwood. Number 11, Roderick Glass. And number 15, Bryanta Thomas. So looking forward to this contest here. Once again, appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in to our live streaming video and audio here on our YouTube page, the brand new Fox Sports Joplin YouTube page. And remember that today's first and second semifinal game will be on this YouTube page, as well as tomorrow's girls championship and boys championship. So also, along with the video, we will have an audio game on the 101.3 FM Fox Sports Joplin for the girls and boys championship games. But if you're more wanting to watch, you would be more hard-pressed to watch this right here on YouTube. Once again, thanks to our special presenter, Branco, for helping us get this video stream online. And we're about ready to get this contest underway. Do apologize for the bad lighting here in the gym, but it's about as good as we can get the camera set up. So we are about to get this game underway. A broadcaster's nightmare here, as the white team here will have white on white, but we will see how that goes. Mitchell has the ball. It is Diego Bernard taking it to the right-hand side. Ends up in the hands of Bryanta Thomas. Back up to the top to Giles. Pass it around again to Thomas. Inside shot, about 10-foot shot from Devontae Longwood. No good. Now going the other way is the Fighting Irish, and there's a tie-up, a jump ball. Possession will stay with Lafayette, and they keep the ball. Again, Lafayette starting lineup: Bernard, Gray, Washington, Book, and Koch. And for Mitchell, it is Giles, Rice, Logwood, Glass, and Thomas. Fighting Irish get the ball in to Gray and kick it right back out to Tyson Koch. Shot from just outside the elbow. No good. Still tied at 0 with 7:12 on the clock. 3-ball up, way behind the arch. No good on the shot from Michael Rice, and it'll go out of bounds, and Fighting Irish take possession of the basketball. 7:06 on the clock, still tied at 0. Full court pressure being applied by Mitchell. Fighting Irish take it underneath the basket and swat it away at the rim. Here's a fast break for Mitchell. Devontae Logwood, and then he missed it. A tough break for Logwood, and now the Fighting Irish try to go down the floor, and there's a foul on the shot. And 2 free throws coming for the Fighting Irish. This one will be Ike Book for the Fighting Irish to shoot 2 shots, coming off of the foul on Roderick Glass. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, and the first point of the game goes to Ike Book of the Fighting Irish. Second shot, that one off the front of the rim, leaving us at 1-0. The home team, Fighting Irish, in the lead by 1. 1-0, 6:43 on the clock. And a blocking foul going to be whistled against Lafayette's Trey Washington, the 5'11" senior power forward. And that will leave Mitchell with possession of the ball. The Tigers come out passing the ball from one half of the court to the other on the inbound. Passing the timeline with the ball is Michael Rice. Working to his right, ends up passing off to Giles, trying to find somebody open. Giles has it after a couple people touch it. It was Logwood. Back to Giles just inside the free throw line. No good on the shot, and it's rebounded by Tyson Koch. Koch going the other way, passes it off to Gray. Gray, long pass out to Book for three, and he jams it home. Ike Book has all 4 points for the Lafayette Fighting Irish right now. 6 minutes left to go here in the first quarter of the 2017 Neosho Holiday Classic semifinal game number 1. With the ball, it is Giles. Turning it around to Glass on the shot. That one off the mark. And here go the Fighting Irish. They want to push the issue here. A long pass underneath the basket. It's brought in. Has to almost pass it to himself underneath the basket. A little floater shot. It's pretty, and it goes for 2 points. Trey Washington. Trey Washington for 2, and now 6-0. Lafayette leads, 5:32 on the clock. Right now, Ike Book has 4 points. Trey Washington has 2 for Lafayette. Mitchell has not gotten that lid off of the basket yet. Still looking for their first point. But again, a very strong start for the Fighting Irish so far, at least, as they're up by 6 with 5:32 left to go here in the first quarter. Once again, want to thank Branco for all their help here, not only putting on this tournament, but helping us get this video stream online. And also appreciate each and every one of you guys for out there for listening to us right here on the Fox Sports Joplin YouTube page, the brand new Fox Sports Joplin YouTube page. Going to be having some of our Joplin High basketball stuff here whenever we get around to that time, as well as all of our miscellaneous things that we do for the station. Mitchell has it, a little floater for the Tigers. That shot was no good, but put back in by Roderick Glass. He's got the first 2 points for the Tigers, Adam Mitchell. Kicking it out, 3 ball up from Dakari Gray. No good on the shot, rebounded though by Ike Book. Offensive rebound, he's spinning around in the lane, nearly stolen away, and it looks like it is going to be stolen away. And very nearly stolen away by the Irish, and they do. Underneath the basket, Ike Book is getting mauled underneath there, and they finally call the foul. Ike Book will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. He's already made 1 free throw. He's 50% right now. He's got a total of 4 points, looking to make that his 5th and possibly 6th right here. His 5th point falls on the first free throw. 7-2, the Lafayette Fighting Irish lead on top of the Mitchell Tigers. Second free throw coming from Ike Book, puts it up, and that one rattles around, but it does fall. An even 6 points for Book. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell down the floor. The Tigers try to go on the offensive attack, and the ball nearly stolen away by Diego Bernard, but it goes out of bounds. Still Tiger basketball. And whistles from the referees. Not sure what the problem is here, but the Tigers have the ball. Bronta Thomas has it. He tries to dribble around and make his defenders miss. Really doesn't get too far with it. Passes it off to Michael Rice. Rice feeling a lot of pressure from this Fighting Irish defense. Nearly hit the scorer's table on that pass. Michael Rice driving, dumping it off, and they say he traveled with it, and it will be a turnover, and this will go the way of the Fighting Irish. Coming out of the game, Mitchell, by Max Preps, was ranked 43rd in the state of Tennessee. Lafayette, 136th ranking in the state of Missouri. Once again, out of St. Joe, Missouri, Lafayette High School, 3 ball up. That one well off the mark, but another offensive rebound, and Lafayette has been getting these offensive boards very strongly. Very nearly goes out of bounds. It's brought in by the Tigers out of Memphis. Shot up, no good on the 3 ball. Rebounded by the Fighting Irish. They kick it out to the corner. 3 ball up, just short on the shot, and it bounced off the glass into the hands of the Tiger player. Shot up, and that's an offensive foul. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Fighting Irish in the lead right now, 8-2, 3:27 on the clock. Taking it down the floor, it is Dakari Gray, dribbling fastly with his left hand. Driving in the lane, dump off to Ike Book, and he puts it in. Or check that, Tyson Koch on the two-point basket. Again, this is a broadcaster's nightmare. Black numbers on black jerseys and white numbers on white jerseys. I don't know who ever thought that was a good idea, but Roderick Glass puts it in for two, but definitely makes it hard on people, everybody. Yeah, I'm sure it's tough to see numbers on the video on YouTube as well, but two-point shot from Dakari Gray. That one no good. Rebounded by the Tigers. They dump it off, and almost a dunk. Call that kind of a layup, I would say. And Roderick Glass puts it in again for his 6th point. He's got all 6 for the Tigers right now. Once again, this is coverage of the 63rd Annual Neosho Holiday Classic presented by Brandco and brought to you by Fox Sports Joplin. Appreciate all the hard work from those people at Fox Sports Joplin as well as those at Brandco helping us get this thing on the air. And all of you guys on there for watching. Got quite a few of you watching the game here. Also, the second semifinal game will be at the same exact place right here on the Fox Sports Joplin YouTube page. That one coming up at the conclusion of this game. 10-6 to the score, 2:34 on the clock here in the first quarter. After the timeout, we have both teams come get ready for the inbound pass. Mitchell applying a little bit of pressure past the half-court line, so not necessarily a press, but a lot of pressure being applied. Ike Book has it. He's going to drive the baseline, and he's going to be fouled, this time by Michael Rice of the Mitchell Tigers. Book tries to receive the inbound pass, and it's tipped out of bounds by Mitchell, so they have to reset and let this thing try to get inbounded one more time. Lafayette has it. They dump it off out to Trey Washington, and he puts up that reverse layup for his 4th point of the game. 12-6 is the score, 2:11 on the clock. And it seems like the PA guy is having a little bit of trouble as well. He's very delayed from what he was doing, calling earlier. Having the ball, it's Michael Rice to the left-hand side for Mitchell. Back around. Michael Rice has it. And here's a wide open a possibility, I should say, for Lafayette. But they lose it, and it goes out of bounds. But on the other side, another turnover for Mitchell. So 2 turnovers, one for either team on either side of the floor. And it ends up with Lafayette coming up with the basketball. The Fighting Irish trying to take it down the floor. The score is 12-6, 1:37 on the clock. Ike Book on the 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by the Tigers of Mitchell. They go the other way, trying to reset this offense a little bit. Trying to make his defender miss, driving, putting it up, a shot, no good. We're going to see if we can catch a number on the player driving. It was Michael Rice. And that foul's whistled against Diego Bernard. That's his first personal foul, team's second, as his team leads 12-6, 1:21 on the clock. Mitchell's Michael Rice. First free throw is good. It's the second player for Mitchell to get any points. All 6 of them before that were from Roderick Glass. Here comes Rice's second free throw attempt. Lets this one fly, and that one goes through the hoop as well. He's 2 for 2 from the stripe. A sub comes in. Deontay Longwood comes in for the Mitchell Tigers. trying to cut through the defense. Here's Lafayette. They slow it down a little bit, circle around into the hands of Ike Book. He tries to throw it inside to Dakari Gray. And he will go to the line to shoot a couple free throws. Or check that, Trey Washington to shoot a couple free throws. 12-8 the score, 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go on the clock. First free throw up and no good for Trey Washington. Now lining up to shoot a second after missing the first. Second free throw off the back iron. That one no good, rebounded by the Tigers of Mitchell. Driving the baseline, and he lost the ball, and they say he traveled with it. That was Rasheed France. And he lost the ball. Another turnover will be credited to the Mitchell Tiger basketball team. 12-8 is the score. Just a couple ticks over, 1 minute left to go here in the first quarter. Tyson Koch has it, dumps it back off to Ike Book. Book driving with his left hand. Dumps this one back off to Koch, or Nick Ryan, who's now in the contest. Koch had it on an interior pass in the middle, but they lose it. And going up, and what a block, but they say he fouled. The foul will go against Diego Bernard, the 6-foot senior point guard. And going to the line to shoot a couple of free throws is Bronte Thomas. 12-8, 4-point difference right now, 41.4 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Thomas to shoot 2 free throws. First one, low arcing shot, is no good. Second free throw does fall for Thomas. 12-9 the score. 35 seconds left to go. Dakari Gray has it. Dribbling around to his left, passes to Ike Book. Giving off to Cole Slabowski, then going to be stolen away by Mitchell on a fast break. Point for Mitchell, and another timeout called. Still trying to get the number here. Pretty sure that was Michael Rice. We have Michael Rice and Michael Rice. Pretty sure that was Michael Rice with the 2 points, but again, 11.7 on the clock, 12-11 the score. Lafayette still leads. Once again, we want to thank our special sponsor in Brandco, as well as all the people making this happen from Fox Sports Joplin. And also from me, myself, Tyler Dara, to all of you listeners out there watching and listening to this contest on our brand new Fox Sports Joplin YouTube page. Appreciate all the support from each and every one of you. One of the referees is looking at something on the sideline. Not sure what they're, I guess they're going to have to wipe blood up or moisture or something like that. But trainers and players working hard at that at the sideline. It's slippery stuff is what it is. So again, Lafayette will inbound this. Tyson Koch gets it into his teammate Ike Book. To Koch and then Book again. 3-ball up, that one well short. Rebounded by Book, brought in by Koch, and that's going to end the first quarter. The score at the end of one quarter, 12-11. We're going to take a break here on our coverage of the 63rd Annual Neosho Holiday Classic presented by Brandco and brought to you by Fox Sports Joplin. At the end of one quarter, the score is 12-11. Lafayette on top of Memphis Mitchell. Right now leading all scorers are both Roger Glass and Ike Book. Both have 6 points. We'll get more detailed stats here as we move along in this quarter. Mitchell will take possession of the basketball. The Tigers go on the offensive attack. Dribbling it around. It's Michael Rice. Just inside the three-point line. The shot from Rashay France is good for 2 points. 7:35 on the clock. And working. Mitchell takes their first lead of the contest. Dribbling it inside. It's Ike Book. His shot is redirected, but they say he was fouled on the way up as well. So we will stop action for a second, let Ike Book take a couple free throws. Chance to put 2 more points for his team and maybe take that back, that lead. First free throw is good, tying us up. Ike Book with his 7th point as well. Right now from the field, Memphis Mitchell 44.4%. They were 0 for 2 from the three-point line as Ike Book makes his 2nd free throw for a rounding total of 8 points. 30.7% from the field for Lafayette. 2-point shot good from Mitchell, giving them the lead again, 15-14. Having the ball right now, it is Tyson Koch giving off to Trey Washington. Not many ball screens being set by either team so far. Driving in, and there's a foul going to be whistled. I believe they're going to get Lafayette's place. They are. Foul will go against Ike Book. His first foul of the night. Team's 4th of the half. Right now, Memphis Mitchell High School, the Tigers have 6 team fouls. So 16 fouls for Mitchell, 4 for Lafayette. Fighting Irish on defense, Tigers on offense, trying to get something going here. They do lead by 1 point to the Tigers. To the right wing, it's Brenta Thomas. And given off to Michael Rice. Driving all the way in underneath the basket for the two-handed flush is Deontay Logwood. Remember, at the conclusion of our 2nd semifinal game, we'll have a 3-point, and they say he traveled with it. And he was going to go for another one-handed flush that time, and he did end up doing it at the rim, but it doesn't count on the scoreboard. But we'll have our 3-point and dunk contest at the conclusion of our 2nd semifinal game. Not be having that on the video stream, but definitely if you have a chance, if you're close to here, come watch that. That is definitely something to watch. Ball is inbounded to Diego Bernard. He tries to go on the offensive attack, nearly loses it, has to pick it up off the floor. Playing tight double-team defense is the Tigers of Mitchell. And a foul is going to be whistled against Michael Rice. That's his 2nd foul of the night. And that is the 7th team foul of the half, so that will send the Lafayette Fighting Irish to the line to shoot a couple free throws, or 1-on-1, I should say. First free throw rattles out, no good, no chance at the second. And here goes Mitchell on the offensive attack. Brenta Thomas has it, dishes it off over to Michael Rice. A little bit farther into the corner. Here's a steal and a great finger roll layup from Lafayette's Trey Washington. 17-16 the score, 5:38 on the clock. Shot put up, that one off the mark. Ooh. And Mitchell's player on the floor, just off your screen. He came down very hard He is slow to get up, but he does stand up now. That was a hard hit. 17-16 is the score, 5:28 on the clock. It'll be Mitchell Tiger basketball underneath their own basket. Skylar Kaiser to inbound. Offensive foul. Deontay Logwood. And I think they're going to get a technical on Deontay Logwood. So Logwood with the personal foul charge. And there will also be a technical foul, yes, on Logwood. I think he stood over the player after he knocked him down. First free throw of the technicals is no good. Second free throw is good from Ike Book. He's made all but one of his shots from the free throw stripe, 1 3-point basket. 17-16, Mitchell, the Tigers, still in the lead here. To inbound, it's Koch giving it off to Bernard. To Koch once more. Inside at the elbow to Book. Book gives it off to Bernard again, trying to get a high ball screen. They do. Pick and roll not really working for him yet, though. Dumps it off Book. 3-ball wide open. He does not make it, but it is another offensive rebound. And Koch drives to the basket, and he will be fouled. 2 shots coming to Koch. Tyson Koch with a big afro. Actually, they had a miscount on the scoreboard. The score is now 17-17 after that made free throw earlier. Free throw no good from Tyson Koch. Second free throw is good for Koch, though. And Lafayette takes the lead right back. This is going to be a very good game all the way down the wire. 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. 18-17 the score. At halftime, we'll have detailed stats as well as your first half analysis right here on this 63rd annual coverage of the 2017 Holiday Classic, presented by Branco and brought to you by Fox Sports Joplin. Interior pass from the elbow. Good post turnaround and put in for Cameron Powers, the junior power forward, 6'3", turning around just outside about 10 to 12 feet and put it in. Bernard has it, drives in, puts up a shot, no good, no call either way. They're just going to say it was out of bounds. And the head coach of Lafayette, Ryan Nichols, saying, did it tip off of one of the Mitchell players' fingers? They're saying no. So here we go. Lafayette coming into this contest with a 7-3 record. Mitchell a 10-4 record. Headed by Andre Turner of the Mitchell Tigers. On the drive, a foul going to be whistled against Lafayette. It's going to go against Cole Slabowski. 19-18 the score. Mitchell in the lead, 4:06 on the clock. Skylar Kaiser to inbound for Mitchell. Giving off over to Michael Rice. Rice working with it. Dribbles through his legs, looking for a high ball screen. He's not going to use it. He goes to the other side. Bouncing in the lane. A good jump stop. And 2 points from Michael Rice. Driving all the way in, Ike Book, and a blocking foul. That's a very big judgment call there. Foul going to go against Cameron Powers. 21-18 the score, 3:46 on the clock here. Ike Book to the line. He has a total of 6 points from behind the arc, or behind the free throw line, I should say. 3 points behind the arc for a total of 9 points. He made the first, making him an even 10 points. Second free throw up, and he makes that one as well. 11 points for him, 8 behind the free throw line, 3 behind the three-point line. 21-20 is the score. Mitchell, the Tigers, in the lead. Tight defense coming from Cole Slabowski, working on Michael Rice, and they whistle a foul against Slabowski. That'll be his second foul of the night, team's 7th, so 1-on-1 opportunity for Michael Rice here. Again, we have Michael and Michael Rice, not to be confused. I would assume that they're twins. I do not know, but I would assume because they're both juniors, both the same height. Both look very similar, but I do not know, so do not quote me on that. But I would make a very educated guess to say that they are twins. 22-20 the score, 3:26 on the clock. Second free throw is good as well, so Michael Rice gets both those to fall. 4 points for them, 23-20 the score, 3:24 on the clock. Going down the floor, it is Tyson Koch trying to find somebody open. 3 minutes, 15 seconds and ticking. Out of bounds. Another turnover will go against Lafayette, and Mitchell will take over the ball on the errant pass. Tough break for Lafayette, and now Mitchell will take possession of the basketball. Michael Rice has it, looking for a high ball screen from Powers. He doesn't use it. He does get it, though. Underneath the basket, one extra pass is all they needed. Skylar Kaiser puts it in for 2. 25-20, and now Mitchell on a little bit of a run here, but a foul whistled against Mitchell on the drive by the Fighting Irish. They will whistle this one against Michael Rice. His third foul here in the first half. Got to be careful, though. Playing tight defense, you rack up those fouls very quickly. First free throw from Diego Bernard, the lefty. It's good. Bronson Thomas checking back in for the Tigers of Mitchell High School. Second free throw from the lefty, no good. And there will be a foul whistled on the rebound. This one will go against Trey Washington. That's his second foul of the night. Team's 8th, so again, 1-on-1 opportunity for the Tigers. Michael Rice. First free throw from Michael Rice is good. Got a total of 5 points by my count, all 5 of those from the charity stripe. 26-21 is the score. Mitchell is in the lead on top of Lafayette at the moment with less than 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Second free throw up, and that one falls as well for Rice. He's got 6. Again, all those from the charity stripe. Down the floor, a great hesitation move, putting up a shot, no good. Offensive rebound, they're going to, no, there wasn't a rebound. It will be counted as a team rebound, though, because the possession will stay down here. Ike Book battling for it for Lafayette. 27-21 the score, 2:45 on the clock. Step back, Bernard, bang! 27-23, 2 minutes 35 on the clock. Short, about 8-foot shot. That one just off the mark from the baseline. It'll be rebounded by Lafayette. Going the other way, it's Slabowski. taking it past half court. Working on the defense of Michael Rice. Giving it off to one of the standout players of this team so far, Ike Book, underneath the basket. What a pass, the facilitator. Ike Book off to Tyson Koch. He's got 5 now. 27-25 the score. 2 minutes left to go here in this first half, and we are going back and forth right now. Offensive foul. They say he dropped his shoulder a little bit, and that'll go against Michael Rice. The offensive foul, actually the referee signals that he extended his arm. That's Michael Rice's first foul. 27-25 is the score, 1:55 on the clock. Less than 2 minutes to work with. Down the floor goes Lafayette. Fighting Irish trying to find somebody open. Ball in the hands of Nick Ryan, nearly stolen away by the Tigers of Mitchell, but it will stay Fighting Irish basketball. Score at the moment, 27-25. Appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Viewer count slowly going up here on the brand new Fox Sports Joplin page. 1 minute, 41 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter, 27-25. Inbound pass goes to Dakari Gray. Given off to Slabowski for the Fighting Irish. 3 ball from Dakari Gray, just off the mark, off the block of the iron. Underneath the basket. What a move that time by Roderick Glass for his 8th point. 29-25, 1 minute, 15 seconds to work with. Head coach Ryan Nichols shouting commands to his basketball team. Nearly a steal, but it'll be brought in by Lafayette. They got to get it past half court, and they do. Less than 1 minute on the clock. Another steal, and this is a steal for Mitchell underneath the basket, putting it in. 2 points. Quick hands on the steal, quick feet on the fast break from Michael Rice, getting his first field goal to go. 45 seconds left to go in this game, or the first half, I should say. Getting a little excited. 31-25 the score, and another steal from Mitchell. Here they go. Floater in the lane, no good. Second chance, no good. Third chance opportunity. And a foul whistled on the floor against Lafayette. They're going to whistle this one against Cole Slabowski. That's his 3rd foul for the 5'9" junior guard out of this Lafayette High School in St. Joe, Missouri. Roderick Glass to shoot 1-1. Again, North Little Rock and Cypress Falls coming up after this contest. Very look forward to game in that one. First free throw of the 1-1 is no good. And it'll be an over the back called this time against, it'll be Bryanta Thomas. And that'll send us to the free throw stripe on the other side. Ike Book shooting 2 now as his team is into the double bonus. First free throw for Book is good. Going for his 10th made free throw here. Cannot do it. Stays at 9 made. 31-26, less than 30 on the clock. Here go the Tigers of Mitchell High School. Out of Memphis, Tennessee. Ranked 43rd in the state of Tennessee by Max Preps. And right now they hold a 5-point lead. And a timeout called by head coach Andre Turner of the Mitchell Tigers. 31-26 is the score, 15.7 seconds on the clock. And once again, this is coverage of the 63rd annual Neosho Holiday Classic presented by Branco and brought to you by Fox Sports Joplin. 31-26 is the score. 15.7 seconds left to go in this first half. Remember, at halftime, we will step aside for the majority of halftime, come back probably near the middle of halftime for our detailed first half stats, as well as our first half analysis, and we'll take another step back and let our camera get a little bit of rest here. And then we will come back for the second half. Again, today our schedule is the semifinal game 1, which is Lafayette Mitchell. Next game will be semifinal game number 2, North Little Rock and Cypress Falls. Tomorrow it will be the two championship games that will feature either Lafayette or Mitchell and North Little Rock or Cypress Falls, one of them. 10 seconds left to go here in the half. Taking the ball slowly up the floor. It is Michael Rice. 4 seconds. Underneath the basket, wide open. Layup at the buzzer is good from Cameron Powers. So that will end the first half. The score at the end of one, 33-26. We'll go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll have your detailed halftime stats as well as your halftime analysis. You're listening and watching coverage of the 63rd Annual Neosho Holiday Classic, brought to you by Branco and presented by Fox Sports Joplin. welcome you back here to the coverage of the 63rd annual Neosho Holiday Classic here from the campus of Neosho High School in Neosho, Missouri. Some of the best teams in all the region come and do battle here in Southwest Missouri. We got teams from Tennessee, Arkansas, New York, Missouri, Texas, many states coming here and converging right here on small Neosho, Missouri for the 63rd annual Neosho Holiday Classic, again presented by Branco. Look at the stats. Both teams have 10 turnovers in the first half. Mitchell leads at the half 33-26. Leading all scorers right now is Ike Book, who has 12. Two players have 8. One is Michael Rice. The other is Roderick Glass. And here we go. Second half of action underway here, third quarter. The Tigers have it. Brought in by Bryant Thomas. Around the perimeter for three. This one, Michael Rice. No good on the shot. Rebounded by Lafayette, going the other way. Ike Book has it. Free ball up from Lafayette, and they hit it. That's Dakari Gray for three. Trimming the lead down to just 4. 33-29 is the score. 7:17 on the clock. Very nearly losing it, and they will lose it. A steal by Trey Washington. He puts it up on a pretty layup. Trey Washington now with 6 points. .650 on the clock. The Tigers have the ball. Working on the defense of the Fighting Irish out of Lafayette in St. Joe, Missouri. Mitchell's Michael Rice has the ball. Gets a high ball screen from Devontae Longwood. Underneath the basket. Longwood shot is blocked by Trey Washington. And a run so far. Ike Book driving, putting up a shot, no good, but he will be fouled and he will go to the line to shoot two. Lafayette has scored 5 unanswered. Mitchell has not been able to get the ball into the hoop on their side of the floor. Chance to tie it up here. 33-31 the score. 6:15 on the clock for Ike Book. He's got a total of 12 points right now. 9 of those from the free throw stripe, leaving it at 12 as he misses his first free throw attempt. Here comes Deontay Longwood. So we have Devontae Longwood, Deontay Longwood, Michael Rice, Michael Rice. Man, family affair over there in Memphis, Tennessee. The 10th free throw is good for Ike Book. And the score is now 33-32, 6:11 on the clock. To the left-hand side, it's Bryant Thomas. Given off to Deontay Longwood. Then Thomas again, dribbling it around with his hand. Goes with his right. Turning it around and in the lane. Spin shot is good from Roderick Glass. 35-32, 5:45 on the clock. Driving the baseline, wide open, but a backdoor block. What a block that time by Roderick Glass. And then trying to go all the way coast to coast, and he does for Tigers. There's Bryant Thomas. And then on the other side, it was Trey Washington who nearly dropped it. Doesn't get it to fall. And it's now Mitchell basketball. They're up by 5, 37-32. 5:20 after a crazy turn of events. That shot well short from Michael Rice. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 37-32 is the score. To the right-hand side, it is Tyson Koch. Giving it off to Trey Washington. Put up a shot. Very nearly dropped it. He does not fall, but he will go to the line to shoot a couple free throws. Trey Washington, the senior, 5'11". Going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Cy Falls making their way to the gym, about to go get ready in the locker room for their contest against North Little Rock. Three ball is good from Diego Bernard. 37-35. 4:45 on the clock. Skylar Kaiser gives the ball back off to Michael Rice. High ball screen from Deontay Logwood. Rice has it. Trying to find somebody open. Bounce pass inside to Glass. Glass puts it in. 39-35. 4-point lead for Mitchell. Free ball. This is a good one from the lefty. That one no good. He made his last one. Can't hit this one though. And here goes Michael Rice down the floor underneath the basket. No good on the shot. Rebounded by the Fighting Irish. And a transition three. Bang! Diego Bernard with his 9th point. 39-38. 3:51 on the clock. One-point game. All over the Mitchell player is Lafayette. And they want to try another transition three. That one's short off the front of the rim. A little bit of a heat check for the whole team. 39-38, 3:30 on the clock. Michael Rice has it. The junior point guard trying to find somebody open. Little jab step. Dribbles around with his left. Switches to his right. Dribbling slowly on the defense of Diego Bernard. Timeout called by Mitchell, head coach Andre Turner. And this has become a tight ball game. 39-38 is the score, 3:09 on the clock. Mitchell has scored just 6 points in this second half, while Lafayette has scored 12. We'll go ahead and step aside for just a second here. Here on the coverage of the 63rd Annual Neosho Holiday Classic, presented by Branco. Welcome back here on the campus of Neosho High School. 39-38 is the score. 3:09 on the clock. We're in the third quarter, a chance to go to the championship game on the line. Michael Rice will take this one past half court. Jump stop in the lane on a shot that was no good, and it's brought in by Mitchell, and they're going to say he traveled with it, not able to get the timeout in time. Rolling around on your bottom, that is technically a travel. 39-38 the score, 2:48 on the clock here. Again, I want to thank every one of you for tuning in to us on Fox Sports Joplin on YouTube. The second semifinal game, as well as the championship game of both the girls and boys game, will be on this same exact website. And I think I'm going to stay here for the three-point and slam dunk contest. Might as well just leave the camera rolling for that as well. So if you want to watch that, just watch the second semifinal game, and I'll probably just let it keep rolling. Shot up from Michael Rice. That one is good as well. 41-38, 3-point lead for the Tigers. Driving all the way to the basket. That's a strong move by Ike Book. His first field goal from inside the three-point line. 40-41 is the score. 1:52 on the clock. Another offensive foul will go against Deontay Logwood. Remember, Deontay Logwood earlier was called on that offensive foul and then a technical. (41-40). Three ball, no good. Second one is good. Basket counts and one for Trey Washington. It'll go against Deontay Logwood, his fifth foul, and he's going to foul out here in the third quarter. Holy moly. Quick. And right now, Lafayette has the lead right now, chance to make it a two-point game. They're up by one just at the moment. 42-41 is the score, 1:36 on the clock. Not sure what's going on here. Referee whistled. So they're going to have to make him shoot another free throw. I have no idea why the whistle was blown, but it was. And he misses it. 42-41, 1:30 on the clock here in the third quarter. Underneath the basket, wide open on a turnaround layup, no good. And it'll be Lafayette ball. Tyson Koch has it. Bounce pass over to Washington. Underneath the basket, wide open. Bernard, but he can't make it hit. He ends up getting a rebound after a couple missed shots and does drop it in. 44-41 the score. Bernard with his 11th point. Three ball off the mark. Rebounded that time by Cameron Powers and stolen away in traffic by Lafayette. And they're going to say that he was hacked as he was trying to plow through defenders. That'll be the fifth team foul of the half on Mitchell. 0 team fouls this half for Lafayette. To inbound, it'll be Cole Slabowski. Diego Bernard has it. Gonna go past half court. Underneath the basket and a block, a huge one that time by Rashay France. Less than 15 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. 44-41 is the score. 5 seconds. Trying to make his defender miss. Driving at the buzzer, puts it in. Mikal Rice at the buzzer. And a little bit of jawing back and forth between Trey Washington and Mikal Rice. Turned into a good one, folks. 44-43 the score. We'll step aside for about a minute while we look for the stats here in the third quarter. We'll be back with the final quarter of action after this short timeout. This is coverage of the 63rd Annual Neosho Holiday Classic presented by Fox Sports Joplin and brought to you by Branco. Four turnovers that quarter for Mitchell, 0 for Lafayette. That's the reason why Lafayette has turned this game around and given themselves a 1-point lead, 44-43 at the start of the fourth quarter. Ball is inbounded to Diego Bernard, driving, offensive foul. And that's strong because that's something that was called earlier on Mitchell, and it is now called on Lafayette, so they're calling it very, very closely both ways. 8 minutes of action left to go here in the regulation, I should say, because this game, Lord only knows, could go to overtime with how these two teams are playing. 44-43 the score. Very nearly a steal. They get it off over to Michael Rice. High ball screen from Rashay France. Backed over to Rice. Trying to find somebody open. Great defense being played by Slabowski. Driving, offensive foul. And laying out for it is Diego Bernard. And Bernard was called an offensive one over here. Draws an offensive foul over here for a coach. Kind of let that one, let that old offensive foul that he was charged with earlier, let that one slide. Especially for laying out like that. 44-43 the score, 7:18 on the clock. It's Bernard. Around to Slabowski to Bernard once more. In the corner. Bounce pass into Washington. Stolen away in traffic by Mitchell, and Tigers go the other way. Going all the way down the floor, coast to coast and in. 2 points for Michael Rice. By my count, he's got 8. 6:50 on the clock. Long cross-court pass to Bernard. Back over to Slabowski. In the corner, it is Trey Washington trying to find somebody open. High arcing pass finds the hands of Bernard again. And a scrum for it, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it will point toward Mitchell. Mitchell has the lead right now, 45-44. 6:38 on the clock, and they now have the ball with a 1-point lead. Taking it down the floor, it is Michael Rice. Bounce pass into the corner. Around to Bronta Thomas. Into the hands of Rashay France from the free throw line. Right at the nail, Michael Rice, no good on the shot. And it is rebounded by Lafayette. A chance for them to take a 1 or even a 2-point lead if they get a 3 ball here. Slabowski with it, over to Bernard. Bernard to Book, wide open 3, cannot hit it. Slabowski wide open underneath the basket, his shot is blocked from behind, gets his own offensive rebound. And a timeout called by the Fighting Irish. 45-44 the score, 5:48 on the clock. And I cannot believe Slabowski was able to get his own offensive rebound and just weave through everybody on his way out of the pile there. That was wild. The score is 45-44, 5:48 on the clock here in the fourth quarter in a very good basketball game. It doesn't get much better than this. Once again, the 2017 Neosho Holiday Classic, the 63rd running of this tournament in the small town of Neosho, Missouri. Southwest corner of the state. Off the inbound pass on a cutting Trey Washington, and he gets 2 more points. And they take the lead, 46-45, 5:30 on the clock. Bronte Thomas has it. Gives it off to Michael Rice. Rice trying to find somebody. Lafayette with a lot of support here. Thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Instead drives. Offensive foul again, and there's been so many. Michael Rice whistled on an offensive foul. It might be his 4th foul. And it is. Into the bonus also. 46-45 the score, 5:15 on the clock. In the corner, Washington. Long pass from Book. 3 ball up. No good. Trey Washington tried to get the putback slam. And tipped out of bounds by Bernard. Off the pass. It was a missed putback attempt. Ended up with a defensive rebound for the Tigers. And they have the ball now after it was tipped out of bounds by Bernard. 46-45 the score, 4:50 on the clock. Michael Rice has the ball right now. Into the right-hand side to Michael Rice. Dribbling it around with his left hand. Underneath the basket, wide open, putting up a shot and in. 2 points for Roche France. 47-46 and just trading lead changes now. And it's stolen away by Mitchell. They have the ball, a 1-point lead. Stopping transition shot, no good. A little bit too much momentum towards the basket. It's out of bounds. Who are they going to say it's out on? It's out off of Mitchell. So Lafayette will retain possession of the ball after the defensive rebound. (47-46) Lafayette down by 1 point. 4:10 on the clock. Get it into Diego Bernard, the point guard. Taking it past half court right at the end for Neosho. Around the perimeter, into the corner. Trey Washington, long, high pass. It is brought in, though, by Slabowski. Wide open, Trey Washington. Shot no good, but he gets his own rebound. They kick it back out to Bernard. He thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Floater in the lane, and that one drops. 48-47, 3:30 on the clock. This is a fun game to watch if you don't have a dog in the fight, that's for sure. If you're one of the fans of these two teams, though, you are definitely biting your nails. 48-47, 3:26 on the clock. There's a lot of fans here just from around the southwest Missouri area who just come to watch great ball being played, and this is a fun one to watch for those people. 3 ball. Short from Bronte Thomas. Going the other way, there's Bernard, and they say he was fouled. He did walk, but good thing he was fouled because he would have been called on a traveling violation. Bronte Thomas whistled on his 2nd foul. Team's 8th, 1-1 coming from the lefty, Diego Bernard. First free throw is up, and it is good. Right off the back iron, popped right down. 49-47, 2-point lead. A chance to make this a 3-point lead for Bernard at the moment. 3:10 on the clock here left to go in the regulation. Second one is good as well. Diego Bernard has kind of taken control of this second half himself. 50-47, 3:05 on the clock. Down the floor goes Michael Rice. Underneath the basket. Shot up, a little too strong on the shot, and then a foul whistled against Lafayette, I think, underneath the basket, so it'll still be Mitchell basketball underneath their own glass. That is a foul whistled against Slabowski. Tyson Cope comes back in. Ball in the hands of Michael Rice. Driving, kicking it out. A long shot from Cameron Powers, and he drains it. 50-49. That kid's got a very pretty jump shot for a big guy at 6'3", especially a power forward. We're doing good work inside and also work on the outside. Bernard on the shot, no good. Still a 1-point lead for Lafayette, 50-49, 2:20 on the clock. Michael Rice dumps it off. Shot up, no good. That time from Bryant Thomas. And driving, trying to get the ball is Trey Washington. He was crawling on the floor, but it goes out of bounds. So it is Mitchell Tiger basketball. 50-49, 2:11 on the clock. Remember that semifinal game 2 will be a separate event here on our YouTube stream. We will stop it, and you'll have to find the other one, the one that'll be live. So what you could do is, if you're watching us, just hit that subscribe button and you will get an alert whenever we go live, which will not be very long after. Another shot, this time from Cameron Powers. That one too strong. Will be rebounded by the Tigers, though. They have a 1-point deficit. 3-ball. Nobody home on the shot, though. But it is an offensive rebound. Michael Rice. He's going to try to drive it. Passes it off over to Bryant Thomas. Into the hands of Michael Rice again. Michael and Michael both out there for this Mitchell team out of Memphis. Shot up, short, rebounded by Lafayette, and a foul. They're going to get Michael Rice on the foul, and this will send Trey Washington, one of the best players for this Lafayette basketball team, to the line to shoot 1-and-1. That's the third foul on Michael Rice, 9th team foul. So this is the final 1-and-1 that we'll see this entire game. First free throw is off the back iron, no good, but a great rebound and a timeout called. Tyson Koch got the offensive rebound, and they needed it, and a timeout called. We'll go ahead and step aside here on coverage of the 63rd Annual Neosho Holiday Classic here in 2017. The score, 50-49. In the lead is Lafayette on top of Mitchell. Welcome back to coverage here of the 63rd Annual, excuse me, Neosho Holiday Classic. The score 50-49. Lafayette on top of Mitchell. Presented by Branco. Special thanks to them. Oh, there's a big steal going the other way. Oh, my Lord, what a block by Diego Bernard, and they're going to whistle him on a foul. He got all ball, but he got a lot of body contact too, so I don't think that's a foul on the hand motion. That's a foul on the body contact. Kind of a tough call to make, but you got to make it. First free throw coming. It is good, and this game is tied. Michael Rice put it in. Chance for his team to take a lead with 1 minute left to go. If he misses, we're still tied. He does miss. We are tied. Washington gets the defensive rebound, giving it off over to Diego Bernard. 1 minute, 3 seconds left to go, and really the ball is in the court of Lafayette right now. They can do whatever they want. If they want to hold it to the last shot, they can. Slabowski back over to Bernard, and they're just going to go play keep away from this defense, I think, for as long as they can. Man, they had a cutting Washington. They don't pass it to him. 50 all, 37 seconds left to go. Slabowski over to Bernard, trying to find somebody open. What a great game here. Slabowski has it. Give it off to Bernard again, 25 seconds. Driving, putting up a shot, no good, no call either way. And now it's 20 seconds and a steal by Lafayette. What a steal, and they think they say he stepped out of bounds. Nope. What happened? Did they call a timeout? Did they call a timeout? A timeout called after the steal by Lafayette. What a smart move by head coach Ryan Nichols. 15.6 on the clock, and the biggest steal of the game comes by a junior by the name of Cole Slabowski, standing 5'9", and he made himself 7 foot tall on that one. What a huge jump and steal by Cole Slabowski. Our numbers are going up here on our viewers. Want to remind everybody that we will have a break in action. We are going to stop this YouTube event, go to our second YouTube event. So if you see this one go out, just stay with us. You should see one coming up on our channel that says live now. That'll be game number 2. So if you're looking for the Cy Falls game, that game is going to be coming up very shortly. But it will not happen until the end of this one, obviously. 50-50 the score, 15.6 on the clock. Lafayette, the ball's in their court, and a chance for them to go to the championship game on the line. You win, you go play for the championship. You lose, you play for third place. .6 seconds on the clock. Diego Bernard has it. 10 seconds for his team. He drives. They kick it out. Ike for 3, and he hit it! Ike Book hits it for 3 with 3.8 seconds on the clock. Wow! What a shot. Ice water in his veins, the junior Ike Book. And just like that, Mitchell sees that bar go a little bit higher that they're going to have to cross in order to get to the championship game. And realistically, they're going to have to tie this game up to even go to overtime. So we're most likely going to overtime, or we will see Lafayette in the championship game. What a turnaround by Ryan Nichols. Last year his team was one game over 500. Now they're playing for a chance to go to the championship game of the 63rd Annual Neosho Holiday Classic. Lafayette comes into this contest with a 7-3 record. I can't believe it. That was a huge, huge shot from Ike Book. He hadn't hit a 3 since the first quarter, and they needed that one. 4.5 seconds on the clock. Again, Cy Falls coming up right after this one. Cy Falls and North Little Rock. We will stop this broadcast, start the other one. So if you're looking for that one, just go to our channel page and you'll see it pop up as soon as we go live with that. 53-50. We'll also stay live on this one until we get our final stats. That way, if you go to watch this game again, you will see the final stats of this game at the end of the contest. So here we go. Final ditch effort for Cameron Powers to inbound for his team. They got to go down the floor. They have a good chance at it, and a foul. 2.2 on the clock. They have a lot of fouls to give. That's it. That is a smart foul. I'm not sure if they got it past half court, though, so they might have to inbound this one behind the half court line. And there's another timeout called. I think this one's called out by Mitchell. So again, 53-50 is the score. 53-50 is the score, 2.2 seconds on the clock here. About ready to finish up this game, and it's been a wild one so far. Lafayette was down at halftime by 7 points, ended up taking a 1-point lead at the end of the third quarter, and now they're up by 3, 2.2 seconds. And Lafayette might be seeing themselves go to the championship game. Again, like I said last year, head coach Ryan Nichols and his Lafayette squad went 17-16, just one game over 500. Now looking at a chance to go to the championship game in this Neosho Holiday Classic. But what lies in waiting is Cy Falls and North Little Rock. Those are going to be some teams to watch there. 53-50 is the score, 2.2 on the clock. Got to get a 3 here if you want to tie it. This game's going to overtime, or it's going to be over in 2 seconds. Powers to inbound. And it's going to be stolen away by Lafayette. And this game is over. Lafayette is going to the championship game. (53-50) the final score. (53-50) the final score, and what a game it was. Again, like we said, lying in wait is Cy Falls in North Little Rock. We're going to have the final stats here in just a second. Keep it right here. We're going to step aside for just a second as we get ready to get our final stats. But again, the final score, 53-50, Lafayette out of St. Joe, Missouri takes down Mitchell out of Memphis, Tennessee. We're going to step aside when we come back. We'll have our final stats right here on Fox Sports Joplin's YouTube page. This is coverage of the 63rd Annual Neosho Holiday Classic. Welcome back here to the 63rd Annual Neosho Holiday Classic. The final score, 53-50. Lafayette will take on the winner of this contest, North Little Rock and Cypress Falls. The final stats here, leading all scorers was Ike Book, who had 18, none bigger than that final 3 that he hit in the fourth quarter. Diego Bernard had 15. Trey Washington had 10. For Memphis Mitchell, Roger Glass had 12. Michael Rice had 10. Those are the only people in double figures. For Lafayette, Dakari Gray had 5. Tyson Koch had 5. Bronta Thomas had 3. Deontay Logwood had 4. Skylar Kaiser had 2. Michael Rice had 9. Rashay France had 4. And Cameron Powers had 6 total points. Turnovers, 18 for Memphis Mitchell, 16 for Lafayette. That was a big deal in this contest. 6 steals for Lafayette, 5 for Mitchell. For the game, Mitchell had a 45.7% field goal percentage. Lafayette a 39.5% field goal percentage. By quarters, it was 11, 12, 10, and 7 for Mitchell. They were held to only 7 points in the fourth quarter. Lafayette, obviously, 9 points. So not much more there, but a final score of 53-50. We're going to stop this broadcast. When we come back, we'll have our second semifinal game between North Little Rock and Cypress Falls. Again, the final score 53-50. Lafayette wins it on top of Mitchell.